Police raiding a warehouse. They find millions and millions in cash, sheets of currency fresh off the presses, all of it counterfeit. This is Lima, Peru, which U.S. officials call a capital of counterfeiting. It's here where skilled criminals are able to create fake cash with the look, feel, and even smell of real U.S. dollars. On these raids, the Peruvian National Police are joined by a special unit of the United States Secret Service.
The Secret Service was founded in 1865 to combat counterfeiting at the time. And over the years, we've expanded that mission into the protection of the president.
Michael Townsend is the deputy special agent in charge of the Miami field office.
Our enemies, or let's just say our folks that want to act against the U.S., one way to destabilize the U.S. is through our economic power. And counterfeit is one of the underlying things that they do.
Townsend oversees the Secret Service team working alongside the Peruvians.
You're able to bring in techniques, training, resources, investigative measures to work as one unit.
Being on the front lines in the fight against fake currency, Townsend says, gives the Secret Service a unique perspective.
We actually learn from being on the ground of how things are being made and how we can combat that.
So far this year, Townsend's team has already seized $20 million in counterfeit cash, much of it now locked up inside this evidence room.
The question we wanted answered, of all places in the world, how did Lima become a hotspot for counterfeit cash?
Reason why is where Peru is strategically located on the map, geography. It's easier to move it into the States, into the Americas, actually around the world, things like that.
The joint effort against counterfeiters is building on 200 years of ties between the U.S. and Peru. U.S. Ambassador Bernie Navarro, a longtime business leader himself, celebrating that 2-century anniversary in part with a recent visit to Peru's central bank. Ambassador Navarro praised the country's close ties and the mission to stamp out the counterfeit trade.
In Peru, along with the Secret Service, we've removed $300 million of fake currency along the years. This is very important for everyone to ensure that we're going to the source to remove this and not waiting till it gets to our shores.
But more counterfeit bills have been reaching our shores. The illicit trade up nearly 30% over the past 5 years. The Secret Service says the amount of counterfeit money passed in the United States rose from about 79 million in 2021 to nearly 102 million last year.
From Lima, Peru, population around 12 million people, to Mamaroneck, New York, population around 20,000 people.
It's mom and pop stores, but Mamaroneck it's the backbone.
For decades, Village Pizza and Pasta and Village Deli and Grill have been staples in Westchester County. But in this current economic climate, the restaurant business is fragile.
Every dollar hurts. You know, food cost is up. Payroll is up. Payroll taxes, everything goes up.
Owner Mario Lorenco says an increase in counterfeits is adding to the pain.
And now, when you get a $100 fake bill, that's $100 out of my profit. And the margin's already low as it is. So it's hard. It's hard to recover with all these counterfeit bills going around. It's just getting worse and worse.
Even though today's bills have special security measures, Mario says it's getting tougher to spot the fakes.
Pens actually works sometimes, but not even anymore. I have a machine that if I count the money, and that sometimes picks it up. So you don't know anymore. They're getting better and better and better with it every time they come out with it.
Investigators say small, tight-knit communities like Mamaroneck are more vulnerable because of trust.
It's betrayal because you don't know who's giving you the money. You think a good customer is coming in, they're giving you the money. You don't look at it. You just put it in a register.
Criminals often feed fakes into the currency stream through illegal drug or gun sales, and then the funds get passed along, many times unwittingly, without malicious intent, but the damage is done.
Corporation, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, they write it off. $100 is $100. They make millions. But a guy like me, it's gonna hurt. Once a week, once a month, once every 3 months, $100 is $100.
How often are you getting that?
Now is more often. So The last one I got was a $50 bill. That looked so good that I actually had to flip it over like 5 times, and the marker picked up on it. The marker was normal.
While Mario isn't sure if the counterfeit bills he's received originated in Peru, he does know it's impacted his bottom line.
All counterfeit U.S. currency seized from across the world eventually makes its way here, in this room in Washington, D.C.
We are standing in the CCPF, the Counterfeit Currency Processing Facility here for the Secret Service.
Every day, more than 10,000 samples of counterfeit bills discovered at banks flow in here for analysis and ultimately destruction. The uptick in fake cash, according to the Secret Service, began during COVID.
People are at home, a lot of things to do, chance to research and get better at the craft.
According to the Secret Service, outside America, the most counterfeited bill is the 100. Here in America, the most counterfeited bill, it's the 20.
$175 to $210 million a year that comes through this processing center. So when it comes here, as you see here, this is even a month's worth, by the way.
Wait, this is not
a month's worth. This is not a month's worth of money.
Because of this lab, created in 2019, Secret Service investigators can now pinpoint how and where the counterfeit was made. Last year, they say, nearly 1/8 of counterfeit found in the U.S. originated in Peru.
All these notes are just a sampling of what was made in Peru and found in America. Chicago, Miami, Las Vegas, Easton, PA, Joliet, Illinois, Aurora, Rosemead, California, LA, and Miami Gardens.
And while you don't have this technology at home, Townsend says there are some simple steps to help spot a fake.
When I get a bill, I look at the watermark, I hold it up. Is there a watermark there? Does the ink shift? Are there security threads in the money, right? And then how does that money feel?
Remember those vintage half-ton offset printers we saw in Peru? Those produce higher quality counterfeit, but it takes a skilled professional. The Secret Service says now 2/3 of counterfeit passed in America are digitally produced via inkjet or toner printers. For the Secret Service, while the tools of the trade are changing, their age-old mission remains the same, trying to protect the financial stability and integrity of the U.S. economy, as well as everyday Americans like Mario, the restaurant owner in Mamaroneck, from fake cash.
I want Mario to know that we're thinking about him. I see victims. I see small businesses. I see blue-collar workers. I see people. I see people that were cheated out of something. I see people that worked hard that didn't get their money back. That's what I see. I see crime.
In Washington, D.C., Mark Santia, MS Now.